finally got a glimpse into the new Netflix series anime adaptation, Cowboy Bebop. The question is it actually going to be good? Or is it going to be like the rest of the anime adaptations and the live action films and series that are simply a bust? Welcome back to another episode of a Wondrous Way podcast. I'm your host, Dustin, as always. This is Tuesday, and we have something great in store for you. As you guys have realized already, Cowboy Bebop is a very popular anime. And now we have a live adaptation of it into an actual series on Netflix. Now, there's a lot of people that are already tossing this out the window saying it's going to be crap because all live adaptations are crap, which in reality, they're not lying on that. But you really can't have a perfect adaptation of it either. However, the question is, after looking at the intro trailer, they kept the original music, they did a layout, the similar style. I think it looked really good. I was actually very, very surprised on it. I was extremely surprised on the fact of that very intro part of the introduction. How they kept it similar to the anime original opening. And you got a glimpse into what the characters actually look like and how they seem to be portrayed. And they really look very close, as close as you can possibly get them, I think. Some people talk about the main characters, this or that, unspecified. The jacket is too clothed onto them and it's not hanging off. I'm like, dude, right there is where we get too picky. Right there is where we get a little too picky on the situation. Yeah, I understand it. You want it to be fully perfect to the anime. That would be cool. However, talking about a character's clothing, like how they wore something, I honestly, personally, I don't care. Unless it is specifically as part of the story for some odd reason, or it has a deep meaning to it, then I would have an issue. But I mean, really, jacket being off on the shoulders had no impact to the storyline, honestly. Now you get a glance, pretty much the series where it's at right now. But everyone was talking about Ed. Where's Ed? We don't see anything. Well, by looking at the opening, if they're throwing in what's actually in there, it appears that they're going through that first section of the anime. So I have a feeling we're going to have a season 2 coming up. But when you look at it there, I think the ending to the season 1 series of this Netflix adaptation is the battle in, what is it, a church? I think that's what it is in that church. When he dropped a grenade, blow out the window, whatever, something like that. But I think that's really the end of season 1 for the adaptation wise. That's what it just seems like. So when you really look at it, Ed's really not going to be there yet. Ed's in the next part. So, everyone's starting to jump on saying, oh, this is going to suck, this is crap, this is worthless, this is going to be just as bad as Dragon Ball Evolution or as bad as Death Note. I will agree. Dragon Ball Evolution was absolutely horrendous. That should have never been made. Ever. Not ever. But you also got to look at, too, this is also not an American director. This ain't, Hollywood. This is a director, I think he hails from China? I think he's from China, if I remember right. I can't remember his name right now. But with a lot of his stuff that he's created, they've been really good. Really, really good. So, I am putting in my trust right now. I'm not giving too much hope, but I am having some hope. After seeing that opening and how it looks, I really have some good hope for it. And I do have high expectations. I don't want anything added into the story to create a new story. I don't want anything taken out just because they don't like it. I want it to be, the story has to fit. They have to keep that stuff. But when you look at what everybody else is all crying about, it's like, oh, Ed's not there, the jacket isn't low enough on the shoulders, oh, the running, oh, yeah. There was a little bit of an awkward look. I didn't even notice it at first until I looked at comments on Facebook and we're like, that's some awkward running at the intro. I'm like, let me go look back again. And then I saw it and I was like, eh. Oh well. What they were trying to do is make it look like the anime. So I give them props for that. Like they're actually trying to keep it as close to the anime itself. And I think the characters, I think they look like them. A lot of people are going, well, this looks fan made or cosplayers. Well, what do you expect? Like it's a live anime adaptation. You guys are complaining it looks like cosplayers. What do you expect? Dude, you want them to be as close to the anime? Well, yeah, it's cosplaying, bro. Come on, get a grip. Stop making complaints and give this a little, at least get 3 episodes deep. I'm sure there's, gonna be 12 episodes for the season, so at least get 3 episodes deep into this before you judge it. Don't judge it off of just because everything else sucked. Yeah, I know, everything else sucked. The Death Note? Yeah, that sucked. I hated the main character. There was only one character that's in there, and I don't have to say who it is because I'm pretty sure you already know. But, come on, people. At least give it a chance. I honestly think that opening trailer really showed growth and depth into what can bring about for the anime adaptation. And as a director, it's going to be the creation, well, not the story, but the creation of art and everything of how they're directing it. So there's going to be some little bit of changes. And if a jacket not on the way it is in an anime on a character, I'm fine. If that's the biggest inaccuracy, I am fine with that 100%. Now, I did see some rumors, whether it be true or not, we won't know until we actually look at it. But apparently they want to add in something. So what I'm hoping, if they do add something in there, they went into the actual creator or whoever they need to get the permission for that, and that they didn't create it themselves. Because the problem is when you have a creator of a story that made it big like this, like Cowboy Bebop, and then someone comes in and adds something new in there, a lot of times it's just because you're doing a direction and you're creating something that someone else has and you're adding into it, you don't really have that creativity with it. Like, you have a creative mindset. You got this creative idea, but you got to really look at the perspective of, does it really fit with what the creator made? Does my idea actually fit it? I would personally go to a creator and say, hey, here's my idea. Could you write something up for me, since you are the creator, to make it fit right into it, instead of me creating it and adding it in? That's what I would do personally, because you just need that perfect writing from the creator themselves. Pitch the idea, have them write it. That's the direction I would personally go. However, this actually makes me want to jump onto Netflix. I haven't been on Netflix for 7 years, I think it is. I'm always on Hulu. I like the anime better on Hulu over Netflix anyway, so. And so many things got kicked off of Netflix that I watched that I just said, screw it. I don't want it anymore. Now, this is making me, this gives me the, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back. However, you don't have the trial, which sucks. At least Hulu has a trial. And at least Hulu, like say if something happened with your rent or your money wise, went to hospital, blah, 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 and you just don't have that money or you don't want to waste that month, you can lower it down to, advertisements. Or you pay $12 without advertisements. I don't have a problem with it. Netflix, they don't have the customer-friendly stuff, in my opinion. They could have had a trial, and they could have also had the advertisement idea too, but that's okay. But I think I'm gonna go get Netflix again, just for Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation. I think it's gonna be good for what it is. I think it's gonna be good, and for what it is, that opening, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was really, really good. Heck, at least they had the Korg in there. But we'll see how it goes. But I really think the battle in the church at the very end will be that ending of the season for this anime adaptation. So I think everyone got their boots in the kicker already before knowing how it's going to end. Because, if I remember right, after that battle in the church is when Ed actually comes in. And no, people are on there. It's like, where's the little girl? She's not a girl. She's not a boy either. Yeah. So all of you out there that's always complaining about, we don't need this and everything. Well, guess what? It's been in all this stuff for years and years and years. Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are on the new anime adaptation for Cowboy Bebop for Netflix. What are you looking for that will make it worth watching for you? And are you excited for it? Are you going to give it a chance? And what will be the kicker for you to not watch? Or should I say, continue watching? I suggest you guys at least get 3 episodes deep. Give it 3 episodes. If you think it sucks, cool, you managed to go 3 episodes. That being said, I am done for today, so I will catch you next Tuesday. Thank you for joining me on this episode.